Alright, before we get into the video, I should give a heads up. Cherry is here. There she goes. But thankfully I have this fan and to keep her away from any of the toys. So yeah, now let's wait, Cherry, no, get away from the hint boards. The hint boards. This the previously revealed hint, which was blocks. Kaiju, a triangle, and elemental. Alright then, so let's rough today's hint. Alright then, now show these guys off. Then in order of biggest, no, smallest to biggest in size, we have this guy. This Flimp, yeah. Or this guy. The resemblance is uncanny, I know. That's because he was drawn to be this guy. Now, Flimp can be like two-way. He can either like be floating like a few feet off the ground as this. He okay, wait just a minute. Okay, more like a second. Or I just temporarily attach this to the back. Alright, and now just pretend this isn't here. Yeah, he talks like this. Alright, then now let's reconstruct him. Now, in terms of his thing, he can basically become anything like a hand, a thumbs up, a thumbs down, wait, no, a thumbs up, a thumbs down, a pointing finger, whatever this is. Alright, and the second way he can be like this, walk like a crab and stuff. And he can also be an array of guns. These require a little more complex actions like turning these. Also, these aren't made of Lego. Look closely there. There's no Lego logo. These aren't Lego. These are fake Lego. Wait, okay, yep, that looks good. Yeah, so like this kind of gun. This kind of gun. Yeah, I don't know that much about guns. Yeah, that's Flimp. Now on to the technically slightly bigger head. Yeah, he head's just barely bigger. Then I think I gotta take the tripod off. See, just barely bigger. And also, for some reason, every time I try drawing it, something goes horribly wrong. Like, maybe it's just because he's such a complex shape with so many crevices, details, and bumps. I'm not artistically good enough to like recreate like you. Okay, oh, right. There's probably no chance you've seen anything on my channel before, but check out the video, the character, the character card I made. It's at the front of the information playlist, so it should be easy to find. Just go into my channel, the information playlist right there. Yeah, like if you did that you should know how he turned out there. He kind of looked horrible, and here he still looks horrible, but for different reasons. Also, his whole thing is that he's just a head. He can like float this much off the ground. Yeah, other than that, he's literally just a head. Nah. Oh, that technically, but also not technically, the third smallest slash third biggest. Actually, that's the third biggest. This now you might think this is a small scale model of a spaceship, which yeah, I think I should get into that. Now, yeah, these whole guys are the Space Exploration Bots, or SEB, or SEB, if you're weird. They come from a different. They come from a dimension with technology far beyond, like technology, far more advanced than what we know in this dimension. And they were created to explore space and the stuff they found back as information, or sometimes very rarely actual stuff. And this is both the spaceship they travel and a character. Now you might be thinking, how is this the third bit? It's a literal spaceship which at this form, this has multiple forms, like this much is like like this oh, like this much is like half of the moon in like length, like measure if we measured the moon from north to south pole, because I don't think I don't think the moon has poles. Yeah, like there's like half the moon's width, but it can also shrink down to a much smaller scale and transform into jet with three T's. Yep, that's jet. She's a jet. Well, technically a spaceship, but jet is a cool name, man. And all. So this is her. Okay, I actually think I point to this. This is her. See the resemblance? Now you might be thinking, How the heck does a spaceship king robot grow and shrink? Like metal does not do that, especially metal that can survive. If the harshity is harshity or I have no idea of space is grow and shrink. How is that possible? Sci-fi nonsense. That's just an excuse because it's cool. Also, she has a jetpack. Well, kind of a jetpack. Also, okay, never mind. I've had that moved. Yeah, from how loose everything is, like you can definitely tell this fake Lego. Yep, that's jet. Now on to Magna. Yeah, that's Magna. That's like mag followed by not, as in like the not an astronaut. Yeah, Magnaut. Why is he called that? Because he has a super powerful magnet on his tail. Yes, this is a magnet. Like it can be turned on and off. Because if it couldn't, it would literally track every metal in like a few mile radius. Yeah, that's Magnet. He's also got this big nose, which he does have in his card, not card drawing. Whatever. But this big nose of his is can also be. It can smell anything he's smelled before. Yeah, there's smell sensors here, olfactory detectors, olfactory detectors. Yeah, and basically he can set it to smell before anything he smelled before, and it will smell only it, making him making excellent at finding stuff because he can smell everything. And now the team leader, Brontis Prime. And you might be thinking, wait, Prime? Like, yes, he, like I know Transformers exist in Infinimation, but he has nothing to do with the Optimus Prime or the 13 original Primes or any Prime. He's just Prime as in Prime, not Prime as in the rank of Transformer. Yeah, also he's got a hammer. And you should. Oh, wait. And you should know what hammers do. Also, I think this is, if you still can't accept the fact this is fake Lego, just here. This piece does not exist in Lego. This is entirely custom. This is a double studded rounded plate with studs on both sides, which attaches his lower jaw to his uh, sort of head. Sort of head. Oh, so he's got like a split lower jaw that's just permanently split. Like you can see this in his picture. Like, two things. And also, just like the last two episodes involving Infinimation Seasons 2, all of these guys are very dusty. Seriously, I'm starting to believe every time I mention Infinimation Season 2, there'll be like some dust somewhere. And now let's bring all of it in, because now it's time to tell the story. Through my narration, my narration, there be no like actual character stuff in here. That is way too hard to do sometimes. I'll just be narrating what happened. And heck, I don't think I would move the characters. They'll just be standing here while I tell you the story of the next character we'll be talking about. Yeah, so basically one time they're on the planet. Okay, I forgot its name, but it's just some like random letters and numbers, like all newly discovered planets. And on that planet they found a cave. And in that cave were some incredible crystal. The crystals were black and yellow in color, and the pretty looking, but one of them actually stuck on Magnat's tail, seemingly ripping itself from the cave wall onto Magnat's tail. And that crystal was this. This once again has the double stud plate thing. Yeah, this is the crystal. But after they went on to their ship, aka jet, the crystal hatched. Eh, It was not a crystal at all. It was the egg of a currently at that time undiscovered alien species. Is which if I can finish building it. Okay, this might take some time. Okay, it's done. It's this guy. Yeah. Alright. This is Drake, and his species was named the Glimmering Soul Dragon. Glimmering because it acts he has bioluminescent properties. Soul because it just kind of sounds cool, and Dragon because of their reptilian traits, and Drix at least very small wings. So yeah, they try it to bring it back to its planet, but probably because they were the first moving thing it saw, it didn't. It kind of just went back with them when he went back into their ship, aka jet. So they kept it, and also they brought a crystal from its homeland planet, which some Drake looks at and starts go. Wait, what? Okay, I think the ring light overheated. So yeah, I'm not gonna turn that on anymore. Yeah. Okay. Okay, now continuing with this story. After he sometimes looks at the crystal from his plant, he sometimes not glows slightly. Now Jet theorizes this may be connected to his growing, but currently Drake is just kind of a baby. He's just a baby. Okay, his leg is his leg is connected now. Good. Okay. Yeah, although he does seem to glow more after he looks at the crystal immediately after they went to the planet and back, which may be because the planet actually allows him to like grow like somehow. I don't know space time stuff. Who do you think I am? Yeah, that was the space exploration button. This is definitely the longest video I've ever filmed. Probably because it's the most characters I've ever talked about. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6. Just beating it out the time I talked about those guys, the transform. Where's Original to Information and Grimlock. Yeah. Yeah. Also, Branch is a team leader. I don't know if I mentioned that. Yeah. Like, subscribe, stuff, whatever. Bye.